Alrighty guys, well I promised you guys I'd have a little mini surprise even though I kind of gave it away yesterday. Um, Basically, I gave Boo to my boss. Boo was just basically getting a little too aggressive with me and was giving me too hard of a time with eating, so basically I gave her to my gave it to my boss, who's a reptile specialist, and she's actually very, very good with reptiles, so hopefully Boo will be okay and be alright with her. This is my brand new ball python. I actually just picked it up today. I actually adopted it. Um, she has a little bit of a skin condition, and that's the only problem with her right now. So basically, it's going to take a couple of sheds before she actually gets rid of it. But I feel like knowing the knowledge that I have with the snakes and everything like that I deal with at work, specifically them, that she'll be perfectly fine. Um, so she is a regular ball python. As you can see, she's got some great striping to her. I really, really, really like her. She's been checking out the tank so far, going end to end, really looking at everything. Um, I'm thinking about putting some like moss on this side just to help with the skin thing, to possibly help basically help her shed. I put in a couple of little coral things over here, basically making like a makeshift hide, kinda. And it actually works out pretty nicely. There's actually a nice cool side to the tank over here, and on the same time, she can come over here, get warm, and basically have a nice warm hide as well. The stone is actually going to radiate that heat for her, and I also put in some really nice driftwood-like looking branches that I kind of stripped down and sanded. Um, as well as a nice piece of birch that I found with no insects. And again, I baked everything for at about 150 degrees for about an hour before putting everything in here. Just to kind of decontaminate a little bit. I probably could have done it a little bit higher temperature, but I was in a rush. I really wanted to get her set up. As a water bowl temporarily, I took the old basically it's the old hide from the leopard gecko cage, and I put that in here, flipped it upside down and filled it up with water, and that's going to work as her temporary water bowl. Um, and so far she likes it. She actually crawled into it before and was kind of hanging out in there getting all soaked up and wet. But I figure these rough surfaces, like the ones that she has right here, as well as the one that she has over here in the coral-like area, will help her really shed and get out of that nasty skin that she's got going on right now. And you can see she's kind of in a little bit of distress with breathing and everything like that, and it probably doesn't feel too good, but she keeps climbing in and out of the water and then going up on top of this. So I'm assuming that she's doing that to specifically help her shed, and I'm hoping that that's the purpose to what she's doing, but you never know. But this is my brand new ball python, guys, and I'm going to be doing a bunch of new updates on this one. Just because this snake is extremely friendly when she's not in pain, but um, for the next week or so, I'm just gonna kind of leave her in here, let her do her own thing. I have to feed her on Thursday. She eats one pinky, so I gotta get it really, really, really hot for her, and then she'll strike it. And I'll try to get a video of that, but I can't make any promises that I can actually get that video. Just because the ball pythons, if anybody that knows ball pythons knows that they're very, very finicky about eating, and they're a little bit difficult to get to eat. So I'm gonna try basically the same tank setup for a feeding tank. We've been feeding her at work with the feeding tongs, so she's used to these. And like I said, it's going to be kind of hit or miss as far as if I can get a video of her feeding or not. Uh, Basically, when she gets a little bit healthier and this skin condition goes away after a few sheds, I think she'll be okay, and she'll be a little bit happier, happier about eating. Um, but it's gonna be a couple months before that happens. But anyway, I just wanted to make you guys an update and show you guys my brand new snake. Just to show you guys, I do have this lid weighted down pretty heavily. There's about a 5-pound piece of coral right here, and then there's this really heavy fish tank stone that I have as well. Again, that's going to be to weight down the lid so that she can't push it up and get out. And you can actually see that it's actually even so heavy that it's actually bowing the screen a little bit, but that's okay. I'll deal with that. Um, I'm also going to look into some reptile clips, just as like a secondary, even though I highly doubt that she's going to be strong enough to push this lid up. There's about 10, maybe 15 pounds on top of that lid, and like I said, you could kind of see that it is bowing the screen a little bit. A little bit better view would be probably from here, so that you can actually see that it is actually kind of bowing in a little bit, just from the weight of the rocks on top of it. So it is weighted down pretty well. I do have a digital thermometer in here. It's the same one from Boo. Basically, it's about 82 degrees on the hot side of the tank. That's where the probe is. And then on the cold side of the tank, it's about 76 to 74 degrees, according to this thing. I don't really like these strips, so I'm going to get a second digital thermometer and actually put it down underneath this hide over here, because that's going to be the coldest spot in the tank, basically. So I'm going to kind of, set one up over here as well, and I'm going to have two thermometers, and I should probably get a hydrometer as well. And I'm also looking into a reptile fogger to keep the humidity level up, as they are rainforest animals. Temporarily though, until I do get that, I am going to be misting her and giving her a bath just about every day for about 15-20 minutes, either giving her a bath or soaking her in paper towels in the deli cup she came in. And I hate to say it, but it is a deli cup. This is what I brought her home in. So, and you can see like the pieces of wood that I had to break off in order for the wood to fit in here. But I was really excited to make a video for you guys on her, and you can see she's actually a pretty big snake. She's about, that's my hand next to her, but she's about probably 1.5 feet, maybe a little bit bigger. So I'd say she's about 1.5 feet. She's a pretty big snake for a baby. She's only been in the store for maybe a couple of months, but she's had this skin condition at work, and for a while now, and I really wanted to adopt her, and finally we made the decision that we were gonna just adopt her out, and I decided that I was gonna take her just because I really want to make sure she's okay, and I really like this snake a lot. She was actually one of the first ball pythons that I ever got to eat, and she was also one of the probably one of the sweetest and nicest ball pythons that I met, or that I've handled in the past couple months. So I was really, really, really excited to get it, and I was really happy my boss let me take it. But anyway, like I said, I just wanted to make a little update for you guys on it. I know I ran about 8 minutes, and like I said, you could tell I'm really excited about it. I'm gonna buy some, like I said, I'm gonna try buying some moss. I'm gonna try putting that in here, creating like a nice little bed in there, and this way I can go in there with like a spray bottle and mist that up for her and get that nice and wet. And I'm also gonna put some in here and do the same thing, kind of mist it up with a spray bottle, just so that I could try to make it as easy for her to shed as possible. And I'm gonna change that water ball every day and make sure that she has nice fresh water all the time. Basically, she's gonna shed, and I'm gonna make her do it. So, stay tuned, I guess. And like I said, on Thursday, I'm gonna attempt to feed her. She's only been eating pinkies just because the skin thing has really been kind of limiting her to the food that she can eat. So she's only been eating about 1 or 2 pinkies at most a week, but my boss told me there's a certain way to do it, so she showed me how to do it in a box today with a pinky, and it was just like dragging it across the bottom in front of her, and getting it super duper hot so that she would strike at it. But we'll see what happens. She was tasting the air today when my little brother was having chicken. He was having a chicken sandwich, but she was tasting the air like crazy, trying to figure out what it was and where the smell was coming from. And again, like I said, I'm super happy that I got her, and I'm really, really excited. I hope you guys are too, and I'll continue to make update videos on her.